if you're a stripper in Key West, you're kind of like God. I know that sounds weird, but like you don't have to be ashamed to go into a school and sign up like when I signed up my grandchildren down there. Was not ashamed at all to say it, nothing. And like New York, Michigan, anywhere else, you're hiding the fact that you're a stripper. Key West, you don't have to hide the fact. They're like, oh really, where do you work? And you tell them, I say, I work at the RedGarter. Oh, well we'll be down there at Rick's place later on this evening. They don't bat an eye, they don't question you, they don't, pawn you off. None of that happens. Now if you was to do that here in Detroit, it's a whole nother issue. Now that comes to the stereotyping of what a stripper is not, whatever it may be. I lived in Crystal River and traveled back and forth to Key West for quite a few years. I would go down to Key West, work 4 days, and I would go home for 3. Did this for quite a few years. My husband said to me one day, no longer my husband, he says to me, he says, you always say you don't have friends. And I said, well, I don't have friends. I said, I travel so much, I don't have time for friends. So we both finally, eventually over the years, he moves down there. He comes home from work one day, which he rarely did. I don't want to say. Okay, that's so bad, but it's so true. Okay, I'm gonna go into hell. So he comes home one day and he says, I just want to tell you something. He says, you're known down here more than you think you're known. I said, well, I have quite a few acquaintances. It's a small island. I do know a lot of people, but I never have hung out with these people, so I don't think they consider me their friend, and I never thought about calling them my friend because I work all the time. And he says, well, let me tell you something. He says, down here, I'm just CJ's bitch. I'm like, what? I mean, this is all new to me. I'm like, what are you talking about? He goes, everybody knows you, everywhere you go. I said, well, it's small. I work at the RedGarter. That's a local club. Rick's is, the whole complex of the 13 bars. I said, of course they're gonna know me. CJ, how hard is that to remember in the first place? I'm not for sure the cross street, it's right across the street from Sloppy Joe's, but Mark Rossi owns all the establishments that are in there. There's the RedGarter, which of course that's where I work at. There's the Tree Bar that's in front of it. So if you see the Tree Bar, we're right next door to it. Come on now, this is called Detroit Stripped. It's all about the titties. This is when we should have some music.
So take the bra off.
Oh, you want to see my titties?
No, I don't. The t-shirt will look better on.
Okay. We're gonna edit that, right?
I like it.